Hello there! I have been shopping for action figures over the last month or so. And to tell the truth, I'm running out of room to display these things. Welcome to Unboxing the Boxes, my Star Wars collection. This is episode 187. My Star Wars vintage collection of action figure grows. And a new battle pack. These two boxes are going to be fun to share with you. The taller box contains the newest vintage collection action figures that I have purchased. The smaller box is a new battle pack, a 5-figure battle pack from the 30th anniversary collection that I bought online. Which one is it? Well, tell you what, I'm going to show the vintage figures first. Then we'll open up the battle pack and see what we've got. But before we do that, let's have another Star Wars trivia question, shall we? See how good you are on this one. Now, if you haven't seen this movie, you're probably not going to know the answer. The question from Parade.com is, what was Galen Erso's nickname for his daughter? What was Galen Erso's nickname for his daughter? We'll give you the answer later on in the show and see if you're right or not. Well, tell you what, let me get these out of the way and we'll get started. Okay, let's begin with the single figures because I also bought some sets of figures here. So let's start with everybody's favorite droid, and that would be R2-D2. Now you gotta like R2-D2. And this one is I think it's a very well done R2-D2. Nice and colorful for a change. They're using little brighter colors on here, especially the blues. They kind of stand out. But let's look at it closer. First of all, I like the card, but it features R2-D2 with his periscope out looking for Luke Skywalker. And the figure looks really nice. I do like this R2-D2. It's really sharp looking. This is going to be a great addition to the collection. And as we remember, with the vintage collection, the bubbles are thick enough where you can stand it up for fun. The second one we have here is Darth Vader from Return of the Jedi. And of course, this is the Darth Vader where his helmet is removed. Looking at this figure a little closer, we can see not only is the helmet is removed, but so is the mask. And from the looks of it, you can apply the mask and the helmet back on him for a complete figure. He also comes with a lightsaber hilt and a lightsaber with the extended blade. And I like this, his hand. So you can actually put it on him and cut it off with your Luke Skywalker action figure. Really good figure. I do like this one. Very well done. The next one, oh, by the way, in case you're keeping tally of the numbers, R2-D2, is 234. And Vader is 280. The next one is number 270, and it happens to be Admiral Piet. And once again, this is from Return of the Jedi. Got a few of them from Return of the Jedi. Not too bad. The facial sculpt isn't too bad. Not quite on as much as some of the other figures I've seen, but it's okay. And of course, the only accessory he comes with is a pistol. So Darth Vader gets a lot of accessories. Admiral Piet, only one. Also from Return of the Jedi, we're going to the beginning of the movie now because we have a Weequay. And if you remember him, he was one of the guards on Jabba's skiff, trying to help push people into the Sarlacc pit. The sculpt on this one is really pretty decent. I do like the facial sculpt on this one, and also the body sculpt. Plenty of detail in there. Comes with 2 accessories. We have a pistol and a vibro staff. A little better than Admiral Piet here. So not bad. I like that figure. Pretty decent. Another one from Return of the Jedi. I told you I had a few of them. We've got the Imperial Gunner. And here, pretty much just a basic old figure. Nothing real fancy, but I do like the helmet on this one. I've always liked the helmet on the Imperial Gunners. I don't know why they designed the helmet that way, with that bottom part sticking out so far. And as we see here, one accessory again, just a pistol. So nothing too special there. Now we're getting away from the original trilogy movies, and we're moving on to Rogue One. And with this one, we have director Orson Krennic. And when we look this one, there again, I do like the picture on the card. It is a really nice picture there. I have to say, the Vintage Collection does a pretty good job with the pictures on the cards. As far as the facial sculpt on this one actually looks pretty good. It does look like the actor who plays director Orson Krennic. And it looks like the cape is removable. The only other accessory is a pistol. Just a pistol. Nothing special. On the back of these cards, I've noticed they have the various action figures with a black back. But for some reason, on this one, which happens to be number 302, by the way, we have a blue back. A little different. And no other action figures, just a copy of the card that we see on this side. So, not quite sure what the deal is there. I've always kind of liked it when they had the different figures shown on the back so you know what to go hunting for. Okay, the next one we have is from one of the TV shows, one of the animated TV shows, from Rebels. And of course, it happens to be Grand Admiral Thrawn. And here again, we're back to the back blacks. This happens to be number 296, so I don't know if when we get to the 300 numbers if the card changes. We're getting close here. We'll see if we got one in between here that'll tell me. But as we look this faction figure over, it's a very good likeness of Thrawn. I'd say this is the Thrawn that I think of, as far as the face goes, this is the Thrawn I think of more from the book series than I do the live action series. He comes with a pistol as his only accessory, and I do like that the little rank tile on the chest of his shirt there is pretty well detailed. A good figure for the collection. We're not done yet. Got a couple more. Next, let's move to a different TV series, The Mandalorian. And I have been waiting to get a hold of this one. R5-D4. I have been wanting this one for a while and finally got a chance to pick it up. And as we can see looking at this figure, it is a very well done figure again. Nice and colorful. I have to say the reds don't quite stand out quite as much as the blues do on R2-D2. But overall, still a really great figure. Now this figure, I do have a complaint. This one was ordered or shipped by itself for some reason instead of with the other ones I had ordered at the time. And yes, Amazon once again, I have a damaged bubble. Please, people at Amazon, let's be more careful with these things. Granted, if it was a kid opening it, not a big deal. For a collector like me, it's a big deal. By the way, this one happens to be number 303. So does it have the blue back? No! We have a red back on this one. And once again, just showing the card and not other action figures that are part of this series. So, not quite sure what Hasbro's doing there. We got two more of the single ones here, and then we're going to get into the packs of action figures. Okay, we're going back to the original Star Wars. This is part of the 50th anniversary again, as you can see. And we have the Death Star droid. I do like this droid. I always did like him in the series. And looking at this figure, I have to say I'm not real keen on the figure. I like the sculpt of it. I really don't care for the paint job. It looks like it was very quickly done and just kind of haphazardly thrown together. Now, what do you think? Leave a message below on what you think of the paint job on the Death Star droid here. I take it back, we've got two more singles to go yet. The next one is the Tusken Raider. I like this figure. As we look, oh, come on. Another damage. We've got a bent card. And not bent just once, bent twice. Here and here. Really? And why are we putting stickers on the back of these things? That I don't understand. It's already, that's one thing that amazes me with some of these companies. It's already got a barcode on it. Why do you need to put your own barcode on it? Anyway, let's go review this figure. It's a good looking Tusken Raider. The face sculpt looks pretty decent. For some reason, the mouth looks a little high on this one. Got plenty of cloth cape there. Probably a little more than what he needs from the looks of it. And does come with 2 nice accessories. He's got his long-barreled rifle and a gaffy stick. So overall, a nice figure for the collection. Not happy about the bent card. One more single one. And that would be, I like this one. This is one of the ones I was really looking forward to. And that is Han Solo in the Stormtrooper outfit. And I do like the card for this figure. As we look it over, Han Solo does come, I guess you could say, with 2 accessories. He's got his pistol, or his blaster, and he's got a removable helmet. And as we look at the facial sculpt, it's actually pretty decent. It does look pretty much like Harrison Ford there. And articulation goes, of course, it's a vintage collection, so it's going to have really good articulation. There we have it. We've got the singles of the action figures that I've picked up. So how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them. Got 11 of these. This is pretty... In the other room, I've got my action figures hanging on the wall. And this is almost going to fill up the walls. In fact, I'm going to have to do some major rearranging in order to get these in. Because in the room where I display these, I do have A New Hope figures on one line, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. I've got the Rebels figures together. I've got the Mandalorian figures together, the miscellaneous movies together, Clone Wars together. So I try to keep it somewhat organized. But like I said, with these figures, I've got some reorganizing to do because I don't have enough room with the way things are arranged right now to put the Return of the Jedi figures with the Return of the Jedi figures. So I think the sequel figures are going to have to be moved out because I have the sequel figures after the original trilogy figures. So now that I've got more of these to put up, the sequel ones are going to have to move. Good thing there's not a whole lot of sequel figures in the vintage collection. At least not yet. Who knows what's in store for us down the road. Now let me move these out of the way and we'll get to the sets that I have. Okay, the next one I have is the 4-pack of Star Wars Rebel Soldiers. I kind of like this. On the one side, we do have the 4 figures being shown. And on the other side, we've got even a bigger group shown. Now, of course, this is part of the plastic-free packaging. So it's all cardboard in here. Don't have it on a card. And basically, it's just put together with a little band of tape here. Now, I was able to buy this on sale at a pretty reasonable price for the Christmas holidays. Yeah, that's how long I've been putting this collection together. Or after ordering this, I thought, you know what? I really should have ordered a second one. So, yes, I did. I did order a second one. And I'm thinking, as long as I've got 2 of them here, maybe I should open one, huh? Let's see what these soldiers really look like, shall we? Let's unbox the box. And I'm sure you've maybe seen this before. That is how they're packaged. So they're each individually wrapped in tissue paper or wax paper, however you want to say it. We do have a little thing that's in 20 different languages. So let's see what figure A looks like. Oh, shoot. They're all in sealed bags. I thought these would be opened bags. Doggone, do I want to open that? Well, I suppose I opened the box. I may as well open at least one. So let's see what this one has. I don't know if I want to open them all now. Okay, so there we have the figure. Got a lot of buttons on his chest piece here, so he must be one of the ranking officers or something. And as you can see, we move at the shoulder, we move at the elbow a little bit. The wrist does turn. The head, of course, does turn and tilt. The leg moves at the hip, moves at the knee, and it looks like the shoe moves a little bit too. So plenty of articulation on this. And I notice in here he does have 2 accessories. He has his pistol, of course, which you probably can't see very well. And he has his goggles. So that's kind of nice. And that you can put the, oh, well, look at there. His helmet does come off. Nice. So that way you can put his goggles on, which fit pretty loose there. Let's see, if we put the helmet back on him, the goggles did not stay. Oh, I see why the goggles were loose. So you can put them over the sides of the helmet, I suppose. And then they'd probably stay into place. And I'm not going to fiddle with that right now. That's going to take too long. And of course, the pistol does fit into the holster there. So overall, nice little action figure. I'd like it carded better than I do this way, because this is hard to display unless you're just going to display it on your shelf. And if you're going to do that, of course, you'd have to, there we go, got her standing, him standing. So there's one of the Rebel soldiers. And that's the only one I'm going to open. At least for right now. I have to think about the other ones. Besides, I've got more stuff to show you, so I got to keep moving. The other one I've got, I figured if you're going to have the Rebel soldiers, well, we better have some clone troopers too. Unfortunately, these are the Phase 1 clone troopers, and these are the Rebel soldiers, so they're not really in the same time span with each other. But here again, it looks like it comes with 1 officer and 3 regular stormtroopers. So again, this one was on sale, but not quite as much of a sale as these guys. So I only got 1 of these instead of 2. So what do you think? Have you collected these at all? I could see where if you're putting dioramas together, these would be fun to place around and shoot at each other and stuff like that. Although you probably can't really have these shooting these or these shooting these because, like I said, they're from different movies at a different timetable. Neat figures to add to the collection. Let's move on to a slightly different time, and that would be the Ewoks. And this is a 2-pack of Ewoks. We have both Wicket and Nisa. Wicket and Nisa. And as far as looking at the box goes, we have a nice cartoon picture on the front. Of course, this is from the Ewoks animated TV series from way back in the 80s. On the back, we've got a nice little description of what's going on. And the one side has Wicket, the other side has Nisa. As far as the top goes, we can see a picture of what the action figures look like. But one thing I like with these is they come with coins. Remember, years and years ago, there was a time period when the figures did come with coins. And as we look at the front here again, we can see that each one is on a separate card, which is nice. That's one reason I bought these, is because I wanted them on the card. Should I open the box? Should I open the box? This box is in really good shape. I'm not even seeing a nick. Well, one slight little tear right there. But otherwise, the box is in really good condition. I don't want to open it. The second one I have is also a pair of figures. And this is from the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series. Darth Vader, The Duel's End, and Obi-Wan Kenobi Showdown. So there again, 2 nice action figures to add to the collection. And the main reason I wanted this set is because if we look at the Darth Vader action figure, he has part of his helmet missing. Spoiler alert, the duel in the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series did not go well for Darth Vader at the end. So I wanted to get these figures because they just look pretty good. And like I said, Darth Vader, he comes with a partial helmet, and he does have his red lightsaber and also a lightsaber hilt that does not have the blade in it. Obi-Wan also comes with a lightsaber hilt and a lit lightsaber. And also it looks like he comes with a little pistol too. I like the card for Darth Vader. I do not like the card picture for Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't think they did a really good job on that picture. Here again, just like with the Ewoks, we have Obi-Wan on one side, Darth Vader on the other side. We have a picture of the action figures on the top. And that's about it. What did I pay for this one? $37.99. Don't have a sticker on that one. that is my series of vintage collection figures that I've ordered. Now, let me get these out of the way, and we're going to open that battle pack. All right, then, it is time to open the box with the battle pack and see if this thing looks as sharp as what the picture did that got me interested in buying it. As you know, I do collect the battle packs. In fact, I think it was way back on episode 20 that I went through my battle pack collection. There's a lot of battle packs I don't have yet, even though I had quite a few. And for some reason, you guys and girls really liked that video, because that is my #1 video out of all the videos I've done. Let's see what this one is. Woohoo! More shipping, so that's kind of nice. Took care of shipping it. Oh, this stinks. This was not... I am very unhappy with this. First of all, is the Betrayal on Bespin battle pack. The pictures that they showed online showed everything nice and neat. Well, the action figures are loose in here. The Leia and Han Solo action figures are loose. The rubber binding that held them in place broke away, and these figures are now just loose in the box running around. Very unhappy with this. As far as what it's supposed to look like, it has 5 action figures: Darth Vader, Boba Fett, Chewbacca, Han Solo, and Princess Leia. And of course, this is the dining room scene from The Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, I'm not happy about this at all. In fact, I'm thinking I should probably try to return this, especially for what I paid for it. I paid a decent price for this, thinking I was getting a good package. And when I look at the package, while the package isn't too bad for the years, we do have part of the package missing here. It's torn. And yeah, I could live with the package, but I'm not happy about the figures being loose. That irritates me very much. I don't know what else to say. As far as the chairs of this set go and the table, they're just cardboard. Nothing special there. It does have 3 drinking glasses in here, kind of as an accessory, along with Chewbacca's bowcaster and a pistol. Not happy, folks. I'm going to have to think about this one, whether I want to keep it or not. I am very disappointed. Might have to go online and leave a comment about this one. Well, putting the big disappointment to the side, that finishes the action figures for this video. Let's go back and take a look at that trivia question once again and find what the answer is. So the question was, what was Galen Erso's nickname for his daughter? And if you know who Galen Erso is, you know it came from Rouge One, of which we did have 1 action figure from. The answer to the question is Stardust. And if you've watched the movie, you know at the end of the movie, that does actually help move the plot along a little bit. Help the characters along in their quest for what they're looking for. So, Stardust is the answer to this trivia question. Well, what do you think? Did I get enough action figures or not? I know, like I said, it's a big collection of action figures here. Now I got to figure out where I'm going to put them all. Which one was your favorite? Did you like the singles better? And if you did, which single did you like? Did you like the sets better? And if you did, which set did you like? What did you think of this mess? And yes, I'm going to call it a mess because I'm a bit unhappy about that. Well, that takes care of this episode. I wish I could have ended it on a better note, but that's what happens when sometimes you just open the boxes on video and you find things out along with everybody else who's watching you. Until next time, may the Force be with you, and keep collecting. Not that stuff, this stuff.